Boom. Here we are. The recap of the championship game between the Demons and the Rhinos. Holy smokes, what a game that was. And of course, like every week, we got the Demons here. Let me be the first on tape to congratulate you. Congratulations on an amazing win, holding on to the bitter end. And also, congratulations out to the Rhinos on an amazing season they had. And wow, absolutely phenomenal. Demons. We're going to look at the highlights. We're going to look at some game stats. But I'd love to hear your thoughts on the game in general before we go into the highlights and how it made you really about your feelings and really more about that and more than the actual game itself. Like, must have been a roller coaster of emotions that fourth quarter for you.
The whole game was a roller coaster of emotions. Even though my team was ahead for the vast majority of it, I just that game so much with the championship on the line. It's emotions all over the place. Congrats to the Rhinos. Their Cinderella story. They almost pulled this one off. They were not that far off, and that Cinderella story almost kept going. Johnny, I'll say that this league that you've created, it's amazing how engaged you get. Like I'm sitting there counting down the seconds at the end of this game when my team's kneeling the clock. I almost woke my kids up, the jumping down up in the air when my team actually won the championship. So it was something. I'm ecstatic about the win. Sure, the Rhinos they got nothing to feel bad about here. I mean they were a team under 500 that made it to the championship, and they're 5 points away from winning. And their team gets hot in fourth quarters. It was so they had a good season. Congrats to them on their season. I'm ecstatic about the win. And yeah, man, I'm looking forward to talking football with you for one last time for season 3.
Yeah, last game of season three, and it did not let up or it did not disappoint, should I say, for the fans. Definitely super exciting. Everyone was really excited for the Rhinos really early, and then I had a lot of people texting me. I was talking to a few people, including yourself, and everyone was like, "Wow, the Rhinos are playing phenomenal. Almost turned the ball over, holding them to 4 field goals at the point where it was 19-7." A lot of people were feeling like if the Demons don't come away with more touchdowns there, that the Rhinos were going to be able to climb back. But I believe it was the one play, that one bomb. They came out. They were giving it a lot to Lamar Lester, the Demons, and then they had these one drive. They came out with all these play actions, and it felt like they set up the whole thing just for this one drive. And they got all the way down there. It was a beautiful play, I believe, the Lamar ball, and really set the tone, or the one to Shane Clemens or Shane Antwine. But it was phenomenal. The chemistry was really what separated the Demons from everybody else this season. The chemistry between Eric Watson and Shane Antwine was just second to none. And the Demons get the well deserved win. These two teams are two of the most highly active, highly do huge game plans, really in depth with their depth charts and really in depth with their detail. And it really goes to show them going this far, revolutionizing the game here. Absolutely impressive. And really, the Rhinos, before we get into the Demons and the highlights, if they would have did anything really offensively, their defense really bailed them out so many times and kept them in this game. If they could have did anything in the first half, they really could have come back because they had that fourth quarter, the momentum there. And yeah, it was just scary if you're a Demons fan that fourth quarter, but they pull it off and they are season 3 champions. Demons, man. We're going to look right at these game highlights, and I want to walk through your emotions on these ones because it is a good one. Here is the opening kickoff, and when you see these screens with these guys coming out of the tunnel, what was your first thoughts?
Hyped, ready to go. I watched this whole game start to finish, and it delivered. But yeah, pure energy at this point. Just excitement, anticipation, ready for the game.
Seeing your quarterback, your receivers all coming out there, leading the way, and the Rhinos coming out, man, all excited, man. Look at Eric Watson head button people. Eric Watson
Eric
head.
Watson's a gamer. He's a gamer. He's the leader on this team, and it shows when he's headbutting receivers pregame. Yeah.
He's headbutting people. That was absolutely
So we
phenomenal.
got no Demons highlights between now and the second quarter. The first highlight is a Rhinos highlight. Can we pause it for a second?
There is
Okay.
so much that happened before this.
This is the quarter and a half into the game. So the first two drives, the Demons get the ball to start, and they have a time-consuming drive. And they end up kicking a field goal at the end of it. Yeah, hats off to the Rhinos defense. They stuff it short. But then after that, the Rhinos they get a first down, end up punting. The Demons drive it down, get another field goal, and then we end up at this point. So the Rhinos, yeah, they held the Demons to 2 field goals, but the Rhinos had really only run like 4 or 5 plays up until this point
Right.
on offense.
Yeah, it was 3 minutes and 16 seconds left in the second quarter. Is the first touchdown of the game, and they really went down there a few times. Looked like they were going to force the ball over, and it was an incredible performance by the Rhinos defense, keeping the Demons in check really. And the thing is just the Demons just would not stop. They kept getting over the half field mark like really consistently. It felt like.
The Demons offense was rolling in this one pretty much all game. The Rhinos defense was holding their own. This was a high-powered defense against a high-powered offense. But we're not. I don't think one thing that doesn't get spoken enough here that hasn't been brought up yet is how well the Demons defense played in this game.
Absolutely.
Because the Rhinos offense didn't get any points until like 2 minutes, almost 2 minutes left in the game, and that Demons defense at home has done this to teams before this season. It was the home field advantage played big into this one, I think. But anyway, let's play the highlight because this is a great play by Dorsey coming up.
You're absolutely right, and the Demons had all the momentum and all the plays, and were really coming. And it looked like the wide receiver Randy Dorsey here just would not give up and had to put his whole team on his back, and he really was able to put some momentum and charged up their defense big time.
That broken tackle and that whole run, I agree 100%. This was him saying that we're not out of this just because there was no momentum on offense, but he was showing that they can get it done. Special teams is part of the game too, and the Rhinos won it on this play. 7-6, all the work the Demons put in, they're down by a point.
Exactly. Yeah. Absolutely. And then Randy Dorsey brings back the kick return, and he didn't get a catch into the fourth quarter. So you know he was screaming for the ball, and he was all ready to go. So he wanted to go hard there. That's a sign that they should have been getting Randy Dorsey a little bit more involved when he brought that back. But now we find our next highlight at the third down, 3rd and 6, with 1 minute and 41 seconds left in the second quarter. You're down by 1 point coming here on third down. What are you thinking?
Well, pause it for a second here because there's a key point about this drive here. This is another one where the Demons drove down the field, had some nice plays to get there, but the Rhinos were again holding. They were bending but not breaking. And just before this, Lamar Lester fumbles. And this isn't the one that got challenged and overturned. This is the one that actually was a fumble. And the Demons ended up recovering it. But you got to think, the Rhinos up by a point, the Demons drive again. If they come up empty-handed on a third drive, like not empty-handed, but out of the end zone, if the Rhinos defense keeps the Demons out of the end zone on a third drive by recovering that fumble, this game goes very differently.
Yeah.
But with that said, this is a great play. The Demons have run this one a lot this year. You'll see Shane Antoine slant in, run up the field, and then end up going to the corner, and Eric Watson just throws a dart to him.
Yeah, as soon as he gets to the top of the route, it looks like he lets go of the ball. Take a look at Eric Watson, the quarterback, throwing to his left side, top left corner. You'll see it. Boom, right there.
Just a great route, great throw. These two have, like you said, have had great chemistry all year. And then I love Shane Antoine when he scores touchdowns. Just casually hands the ball to the ref after this one. I don't know
Yeah.
if you got it on the highlight or not, but
Yeah.
yeah, I mean he's been doing that all year. He's the exact opposite of Lamar Ball. He just Lamar Ball is all about showboating and highlight, and this guy's just take the ball, whatever.
It's
I've got my
so
touchdown. I'm out of here.
it's
Yeah.
so true. They couldn't be
Yeah.
more different, eh? Wow, the personalities between those two. That's so true. Okay, and then the next highlight here is the 10 seconds left in the third
So
quarter.
yeah, and now if we've got a lot's happened between here and there. obviously the Demons had another field goal before the first half ended. It was the Shane Antwine touchdown made it 16-7. So the Demons again producing points. They only one touchdown, but lots of points. And like Antwine at the end of the first half actually had 4 catches, 98 yards, and a touchdown. And the Rhinos in the first half had only run 9 plays for 44 yards.
Ouch.
Offensively. That's the Demons defense coming to play. That's 7 without that Dorsey kick return. This game might already I know that the Rhinos have that fourth quarter ability to come back, but if they don't get that special teams touchdown, this game might be out of reach because their offense wasn't doing anything in this game in the first half. Even in this third quarter, the Rhinos went 3-and-out to start the second half. Demons get a field goal. Rhinos go 3-and-out again. So the Rhinos have gone 3-and-out twice already before this play comes up.
Yeah, wow, it's so true because they started with the ball in the second half, correct?
Yeah, they did, and to go deeper into that here. So the Rhinos were 9 plays, 44 yards in the first half, 1 minute 59 seconds time of possession. Demons 32 plays, 232 yards, 7 minutes 47 seconds time of possession. And the Rhinos were 0-4 on third down conversions up to this point, which in my opinion was the biggest storyline of this game was the Rhinos' inability to convert on third down.
Wow. Yeah, absolutely. I absolutely agree. And then this play here was the backbreaker, in my opinion. Was a big backbreaker. Obviously, not the defining moment in the game, but definitely an X factor moment in this game because Shane Antwine, they had a hard time holding him, and then with Lamar Ball able to take advantage of the one-on-one coverage here, it was 19-7, and it looked like the Rhinos, they could keep it within one score. They could easily score 2 touchdowns and make it 21-19, so to speak. But with this big touchdown by Eric Watson, once again throwing his arm, he throws it so big that it goes off the screen. Let's take a look at this play here. Walk us through this play and what you're feeling and what you're thinking when you're seeing this play out.
The minute the play, I saw Lamar Ball running that post, and he had Eric Watson had time to throw. I was just sitting there hoping he'd find Lamar Ball coming up there. He ran himself open. Eric Watson threw him open. The play action. This is you were mentioning earlier how it felt like they were setting the whole game up. This is that drive where they ran a bunch of play actions. You can see Lamar Ball's already wide open. The defensive back is just not keeping up with him. He's just too much field. He's using the whole field to get open on that play. And of course, then he's got the Superman celebration because that's Lamar Ball and that's what he does. He's the cocky one of the bunch. But I think one thing that got said, and I'm gonna get a little high on my team here because we've talked about the chemistry between Watson and Antwine, but Lamar Ball was also a 1,000-yard receiver, had more touchdowns than Antwine on the season, if I'm not mistaken. He himself has had a phenomenal season, and plays like this are not uncommon for him. He's made big plays for this team as well.
He
And he stepped
has
up in this game.
You're absolutely right. He has to be the best wide receiver when it comes to the playoff run for the Demons. Last week, he's scoring 3 touchdowns and having a monster game as well against the Piranhas. And now having this big game here, this big X Factor play, that was absolutely phenomenal by Eric Watson too, who obviously does not get enough credit, but yeah, having those 2 receivers, they couldn't be more opposite in personality, but they both come through huge. Now here in the fourth quarter, the Demons score again. And it's third. Look at the third down conversions. Couldn't be more opposite. And Eric Watson comes out here once again and throws one of the nicest throws you're gonna see all season. And honestly, they've been doing it all year. Him and Shane Antwine, they're just the chemistry like we're talking about. These wide receivers are phenomenal, but Eric Watson needs to get a little bit of credit here because none of the other quarterbacks can do it quite like him. Love to hear your thoughts and your feelings when you see them come up to the line here. It's the fourth quarter. Obviously, a lot has happened there between these 2 plays.
Well, between the plays, the Rhinos again, the Demons defense held the Rhinos again, and the Rhinos actually had a 4th down gamble that they failed on. So this is off a turnover on downs. Going up to this play, I kind of all I cared about was getting a 1st down. I was kind of actually thinking they were going to try a handoff, but the play call, I loved it. I loved the pass was right on point, and it was great timing for a play like this. The At some point in the fourth quarter, you had pointed out that the Rhinos had done this to the Bears, almost an exact same situation,
Yeah.
where the score was very similar, but the difference between the quarterfinal game against the Bears and this game was that were the Bears were on cruise control a little earlier than the Demons here, and the Rhinos scored before this point in the game. Or around this point in the game. They had scored their second touchdown around the 4 minute mark in the fourth quarter.
Right.
Whereas in this game, this one and the Bears never got this play in the fourth quarter of that game. Had the Bears got this play in the quarterfinal, it may have been very well a different matchup in the championship. But
Right.
they didn't, and we're here. We're here now. But this play to me was the one that put the game out of reach for the Rhinos.
Absolutely. Is the last score for the Demons too, with 4 minutes left. This is the last time they scored, and this is, like you said, this is the nail in the coffin. The other play was the one that took away hope, but this one really put it away for them. And without this play, like you said, the Rhinos, if they stop them here on third down, it goes incomplete. Like you said, we could speculate many times, but that's not the way it happened. Eric Watson came through for the Demons like he's been doing all season, and well deserved on third down to be aggressive like that. They're all up at the line. You know they're thinking run. You're thinking run. Everyone's thinking run except for Shane Antwine and Eric Watson. Let's play this play out. They come up to the line. He just drops back. No play action needed. Just one on the top left. He sees it, throws it up there, and right when the ball's up in the air here, what are you thinking? You just know already it's there.
Oh, I knew it was a touchdown before it landed. Yeah, there was no way they were missing that one. The DB was playing the run. If you actually see the beginning of the play, he doesn't start running back with Antwine. He actually takes a step forward because thinking it's run on 3rd and 2, and Antwine just burns him.
Yeah, he looks like he shifted over there, and
Yeah,
then
and then
he's there
he's
right
way
already.
behind.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, Antwine's just got that speed on that one, and it was just a perfectly placed ball, like Eric Watson has been doing all year.
Yeah, top left or left side of your screen, you see the corners jump to the inside, even though it wasn't play action. But you can't get mad at Alex Campbell. That's number 26. He's been playing absolutely phenomenal. And Shane Antwine and Eric Watson been doing that to everybody all year, like you're saying. So what a phenomenal play by Shane Antwine. And now here come the Rhinos. 2 minutes and 18 seconds left is the first offensive touchdown, and the Demons obviously do not get enough credit for how phenomenal they played. But I know the coaching staff and the locker room and that organization know internally how well the defense is. But obviously the offense gets all the shine. But look at this score, 33-7.
Yeah,
Demons
and
phenomenal.
it yeah, it looked out of reach. I mean, I know the Rhinos made it extremely close, and it wasn't out of reach. Obviously, the Rhinos there was a chance for them to come back at this point, given how fast they score. They score in bunches, but at this point, it was you need 4 touchdowns in a 2 minute span. That's
Yeah.
a lot of onside kicks, and that's a lot of hoping for everything to go your way. You one bounce that doesn't go your way, and you're not winning this football game at that point. And
Yeah.
it's the Rhinos definitely put up a phenomenal effort to get it to 33-28 in the final here. But this drive, I think the Rhinos took too long to get down to the goal line, and it killed a lot of their quarter. Adkins had his best drive of the game on this one, though, and Marshall finishes it off, who really had Marshall. That was a third of his run yards on that play for the game, which was another testament to the Demons' defensive performance. He ran for 11 yards total on the day, and this was a key run for him, though. He showed up when it mattered, and Mark Marshall's a big time running back. He's made great plays all year, and he made this one here and got his team some momentum.
He absolutely did. Yeah, this is a big drive. They were able to get down there with a couple big throws by Alonzo Atkins, and then Mark Marshall, like you said, finishing it off with a very determined run, actually running over the defender and dragging him in the end zone. Mark Marshall, one of their big weapons for them, but unable to get going early. and down so much they kind of forced him to throw it and kind of took Mark Marshall out of the game. The Demons did a very similar thing to the Piranhas as well. They were able to take Willie Burnside out of the game, and I think that these Demons, that's what they do. They're really good at that. So now, this play obviously is a very questionable call offensively. Is the nicest way to say it. Um, Phenomenal play by the corner to jump this route and bring it back. Alex Campbell gets his revenge on Eric Watson for the burn earlier. Is able to catch it, and as soon as he catches it, there's no way you're going to catch this guy, Alex Campbell, with his 99 speed. He's the guy that chases other people down. So there's no one going to chase him down. He's gone and he's off to the races. Soon as you see them line up at 1st and 10 here, before you realize it's a screenplay, what are you thinking here when you see no running back in the backfield here? 2 minutes and 15 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
What I'm thinking at the time, before I saw the actual play, I thought, okay, well, I guess they're keeping up the aggression and they're going to try to pop in another touchdown. That's what I thought. Because they're running out 5 wide, I thought they were going to go deep again. I thought they were going for another dagger as a response. Like, really, you could have just kneeled the ball 3 times at this point and you would have won the game because you had to drain the timeouts, drain the clock, and there's just not enough time for the Rhinos. Instead, you do the Demons, my Demons here, we do the absolute worst thing you can possibly do in this situation. I mean, a QB draw, just something to keep the clock ticking is really all you need to do. But instead, they call this play that, Johnny, they haven't called this play since I ran the New England offense. And that was one of the reasons I stopped running the New England offense, because I hate this play so much. And you even said it on the announcing stream, is just how costly this play is. And they have not, my Demons did not run this play once all year with the Jacksonville offense, and they decide to run it now. 2 minutes and 15 seconds left in the fourth quarter of the championship, up by 19 points. It's a complete lack of situational awareness by my team. It's a terrible play call, and it results in the absolute worst case scenario. It's inexcusable, and it's the only blemish on Eric Watson's otherwise stellar playoff performance, where he threw 12 touchdowns throughout the course of these playoffs. But this was a great play by Alex Campbell. I don't want to take that away. The Rhinos were ready for this. Alex Campbell jumped the route perfectly. There was nobody catching him. The Demons were caught flat-footed after he caught the ball. It's like the throw pretty much led Alex Campbell to the end zone. But anyway, run the play. We'll watch this terrible excuse for a play call, and watch out, and we'll all bask in Alex Campbell's glory for a moment here, because he definitely brought the Rhinos to life with this one. This, more than the Mark Marshall touchdown, this play brought the Rhinos some hope.
Oh, for sure. This is even bigger than the kick return touchdown. This is like right up there with that. This is probably why they were able to score again, because of this. And absolutely phenomenal play by Alex Campbell. Big time bonehead move or call by Eric Watson, but at the same time, we all make mistakes. This is just a costly time to do it. They're digging deep in the playbook, trying to come up with something crazy that no one's ever seen before. But I guess Alex Campbell has seen it, and he was ready for it.
Yeah, absolutely. Alex Campbell had seen that one before. He was ready for it. You see, look at the throws right to him. But fantastic jump on the route. But this one here, without this play by Alex Campbell, without this great read and the return for the touchdown, this game is over. Because if the Demons just hold the ball for 3 plays and punt, it's still 33-14, and there's far less time on the clock. Even if that was the outcome of the Demons' drive, was a 3-and-out, the game was over. But through giving a defensive touchdown up, when it was the Demons won the game offensively, I would argue that they won the game defensively, but that play by the Rhinos, their Rhinos defense scored 7 points. Now, and the Rhinos special teams scored 7 points. Now the Demons kicked 12 field goals, but that was really the offense that got them there.
Yeah.
So the Rhinos won on special teams, the Demons won on offense, but defensively, I would say the Rhinos defense stepped up to the plate on this one. Those 2 touchdowns, those 2 long bombs that the Demons got late. At some point, you got to think time of possession is wearing them down. It was the
Yeah.
Rhinos' offense that really lost them this game more than anything. I know they stepped up and scored 2 touchdowns in the fourth quarter, but that wasn't enough. It was too, as much as it looked great, they have 1 timeout left at this point. They're going to put another touchdown in, but you have to get an onside kick. They kicked 3 onside kicks. It just felt like a little too late. They would have needed another defensive touchdown or another miracle to happen to basically win the game. Which anything's possible, and I'm not trying to take away from their effort here, but there was a lot of points they needed.
Yeah, when it was 33-7, they ended up scoring 21 points in the fourth quarter to come back. But you said it earlier, that one play to Lamar Ball, or no, to Shane Antwine, the nail in the coffin, where he caught it and broke the tackle to make it 33, with 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter, really was the game-winning touchdown for the Demons, and got it just out of reach for these Rhinos, or it could have been a 28-26 ball game, and that would have been crazy different. But here, looking at this, 1 minute and 15 seconds left in the fourth quarter, and they actually get the stop that they needed to on third down. Only had to use 2 timeouts to do it. The Rhinos got the big stop there, and then the Demons were forced to punt, and now here is Alonzo Atkins here on first down. He makes a big deep play, and then he starts moving the ball on the hurry up offense, and we got the whole thing in the highlight reel. So when they come out here, 1 minute 15 seconds, they're down by 2 touchdowns. You have to think there's no way they can pull this off. They don't even have the timeouts. They'd have to get it and get it onside, right?
Well, I'm thinking my defense has been holding the big play off. Like Alonzo Atkins tried a lot of deep shots earlier in this game, and he wasn't successful. He was successful here, but throughout the whole game, he wasn't having a lot of success. The Demons were knocking balls down. They were covering the deep ball well. This was a great throw. Caught his receiver, caught the window. Because by the end of the play, there's 2 Demons there. But if that ball timing was perfect on that route by Atkins.
Yeah, this has got to be the biggest throw of the game for the Rhinos. Has to be.
Yeah, absolutely. Other than the actual, well, maybe a couple plays later, there's one that's pretty good too, I think. But we'll get to that one. That was a key play because it didn't kill a lot of clock, but at the same time, it still killed almost. Look, by the time they snapped the next play, almost 20 seconds to run that play.
Yeah.
So the clock's ticking on them. They are running out of time. They have a timeout, sure, but they need 2 touchdowns. You can't get a touchdown and a field goal. So even if you recover an onside kick, this clock's ticking on them. So on my end, I was just hoping to watch the clock tick. In all honesty, Johnny, I just wanted to see it drain away because 2 scores is a lot to get in 42 seconds, even in the CSFL where scoring happens fast and late in the game.
Yeah, and without the timeouts, it's just almost impossible at this point for the Rhinos to come back. They'd have to pull it off and pull off multiple miracles with not only scoring here but getting the onside and scoring again. That would have to be quite the meltdown for the Demons, and no way that they were going to do that at home. But this play here, 6 yards off, I was freaking out about this play. Talked to a few people about this play. What a phenomenal catch by Jason Jones, the wide receiver, the veteran, number 89. He had 16 catches in the first 2 games. Ended this game with quite a huge catch, if not the best catch of the Rhinos season. Maybe one of the top catches of the season. Absolutely phenomenal throw, beating the 2 defenders in the top right corner. They ruled it out of bounds, ended up reviewing it, and it was in bounds. And Jason Jones, man, what a phenomenal play here. And when you saw this, soon as they got this touchdown, I believe that's when you texted me, and I knew you were worried at that point. You had to be.
I think the text was just get the onside kick. That was the text to you. Just get the onside kick. It's over. There's no more plays running the game if you get the onside kick. This catch, the throw to get it just between and over those defenders, the catch was you compared it to the Santonio Holmes catch, which is exactly what this looks like. This is a fantastic catch. And it just shows the no quit attitude that these Rhinos had. They were not ready to let this go, despite like score or no, they didn't care what the score was. They were fighting to the bitter end, and they were not. Look at how close that is to just being deflected. The focus from Jason Jones to keep that ball in. The minute they reviewed it, I knew it was a touchdown. They should have called it a touchdown on the field. But hey, great play by the Rhinos and a great effort to get them down there and give them now at this point everything that's happened in the past, the fact that they've already kicked 2 onside kicks up to this point, the fact that they were down 33-7, it doesn't matter. You're down by 5 with 40 seconds left in the fourth quarter. You
Yeah.
can still win this ball game despite everything that's happened before.
Yeah.
That's the Rhinos' attitude, with this no quit attitude. It's how they got it's what got them here, and it just this one, it was just too many things that had to go right for them, and they had one. They needed that onside kick, and that's a tall order.
Yeah, honestly, like you said, it's like the definition of their season. Like this is like basically their season in a nutshell. The way they played this game, they weren't able to really get it going in the first half of the season, and then ended up being the second best team in the league in the fourth quarter, and they play, if not the best, if not the second best team in the fourth quarter, if not the second best team in the second half. There's no one plays like these guys in the second half. Like you said, no quit attitude, and look how absolutely insanely close, same play, phenomenal. Rhinos did everything they can, but the Demons were just better at home, were more consistent. They put it up, built the mountain too high for the Rhinos to climb, and the Demons end up being the season 3 champions. We throw in the onside kick here that they tried to get, and your heart, it has to be racing when you're seeing this. 39 seconds left, and they're down by 5 points here.
My heart was racing the whole game. All right, I don't know how much of this I can handle, because it's probably not good for you. The the Rhinos comeback definitely had my heart racing. This was looking like I just needed one thing to go right for my team here, and this was the play that went right, where we recovered the kick and managed not to fumble it, because after they got the ball, I'm just like, just go down without fumbling. That was my thought post, man. Just go down without fumbling, because you can't. There's no way you can screw up a kneel down, because at this point in the game, literally everything was going wrong for my Demons. Everything was going right for the Rhinos, but it was just, again, it was just too much. Like you said, the way the analogy is, the mountain was too big to climb, and that's. But yeah, this absolutely right there. He recovers the kick so fast, so it was a little relieving, and it was the play happened. It was a bang bang play, like it's 2 seconds off the clock. So it was
Yeah.
The minute that ball was kicked. Yeah, my heart's racing, but look at how fast it's over, right?
Yeah.
There, and that's game. From that point, my arms are in the air because I'm celebrating. I actually like it's
sure.
over, right?
For
Yeah,
sure.
and for real this time, it's over.
For real this time. This is when you get the players get together and they go get the Gatorade and they sneak up behind the coach. Right here at this moment. So.
And I'm not gonna lie to you, from 5 seconds down, I actually did count it out loud. I was pretty amped in my living room there.
Oh, that's amazing, man. That's what it's all about. And every single owner at home watching this, and every fan watching this, and watching this game, and watching this recap show would have did the exact same thing. And I would have loved to see you do that. But right here, they win. It's an end game. Run us through your feelings. You're a champion, season 3 champion. Congratulations. But run us through your feelings when you're seeing your team in the confetti here.
Dude, it feels great, man. Like euphoric, I guess is the best word for it, right? Like it's fun winning a championship and anything, and then this was a hard fought championship. I think, like I thought around the midway point of this season, I'm like, hey, this team's got a shot. There's Lester and Watson, Duncan, the coach, fantastic. But then starting out, I think my team was 1-2 out the gate, and it looked like I was struggling a bit, and then it figured some things out with my depth chart. There's my 2 players right there, 2 favorite players, Antoine and Watson. Coach with the trophy. I don't know. That makes me happy to see.
That's the shot right there.
That's the shot right there. That's the one.
That's the shot.
But yeah, Johnny, I mean, I could say a million good things about my team. I think everyone in this league can say a million good things about their own teams. You fall in love with these players, you root for them, you put them in their best positions to win. It's hard to win in this league. I'm extremely happy with the outcome here. I actually thought, as I said, around the midway point, I thought, other than the Piranhas, I think it was actually the game against your Wildcats that made me realize that my team could get it done. Where it was, we ended up beating the Wildcats in that game, and that was the one. We beat the defending champs, and I'm kind of thinking, okay, maybe my team's got something here, right? Like we're middle of the pack at that point, but I started the season 1-2, and I ended the season 10-4. So it's 8-2 on the rest of the way out. So my team had a strong finish of the season. Uh, Beat 10 out of 11 teams. I think a well-earned championship, and very happy to win it. Hope the Demons gain some fans along the way, but probably gain some haters too. And we'll see you next season.
Congratulations, man. Super proud of you. And thanks for running through the highlights with me and this game. And thanks for being a part of the recap show with me. And I'm so glad that you had a great experience, that all the owners had a great experience. And it makes me very happy and very proud. I'm actually able to kick back for a week here and take a week off and just enjoy everything and see this blossom. And I think that season 3 is was phenomenal, and it's only gonna get better from here. The more we contribute and the more we're all into it, the better it is. And I'm super excited about the league in general and our last game of the season and season 3 champion Demons. Man, welcome to the championship club. Um, you played
Thanks,
absolutely
Johnny. It
phenomenal,
feels
man.
good. It feels good, man. The I loved season 3. I love this league. I'm sure we've got 12 great owners here, and I'm looking forward to what the future's got for this league.
Awesome. Who do you give the game ball to for the championship?
As much as I like Shane Antwine and his 2 touchdown performance, Eric Watson is the MVP of my team. He
Okay.
is he is the engine that keeps this thing running. He distributes the ball to everybody, and and it's the quarterback. He's my guy. Like he's the guy on this team that kept the Demons in games. So he's my MVP.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree with you more. Yeah, that's it for the recap show of the championship game. Thank you guys for watching this. If you got this far in the video, hope you enjoyed it. And thanks again, Demons. And
Thanks,
congratulations.
thanks, Johnny. Look forward to season 4.